What are we talking about?
Welcome to another episode of Sledhead 24/7, coming to you from Hens Motorsports right near Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm your host, Carly Applin, and joining me, my co-host and tech expert, Jeff Fisher, and former racer, Paul Mack. Now, guys, let's tell everyone what's new.
You know, besides my age and my intelligence, they're both going up, or at least one of them are. There's tons of new product this year. I'm really excited.
No, that's right, Macker. You know, as we get older, the snowmobiles ride smoother, the gear just keeps getting better. The snowmobile industry just never rests.
So what you guys are saying is keep it locked right here to Sledhead 24/7 all season long for the latest and the greatest in the industry that we love.
This is the only place to get the real scoop.
That is exactly right.
Okay, guys, now let's get this show started with a little install from Stud Boy Traction.
We're in the shop today getting our sleds ready. One of the things we like to do with our demos is stud them. And today we're installing the Stud Boy studs, going with their PowerPoint Plus stud, along with their Pro Series Super Light backers. These things are fantastic. Let's get started. One of the first things I like to do is take the snow flap off. It makes it a lot easier to access the track for drilling and laying out the pattern. Okay, we got the snow flap off. If you have the luxury of getting it off the ground, it works a lot easier. You're only going to be able to work 3-4 sections at a time here, but that's why I like to raise it up so we can actually spin the track around. Okay, now you've gone on Stud Boy's website, you know which studs you're using, you know the right length you're using, and you know what backers. Now you need to do is go on there and look at the pattern. And what their pattern does is you can actually give you a measurement from the outside edge of the track to the backer, and you can actually lay it out. And what you want to do is as you lay this out, that'll stagger them around enough so you get the most scratches out of the stud pattern. We have our pattern laid out. Now all we have to do is drill some holes. Just watch where you're going, and before you drill, know what's behind it. Make sure you get a good track drill tool. Stud Boy sells them. Makes a nice clean cut when you're putting the studs in. To just use a regular drill bit kind of makes a messy cut, damages the track. You don't want to do that. Another tip that Stud Boy gives us for installing their Pro Light backers, put them in some hot water with a little dish soap. Makes the plastic a little more pliable and easier to install. Got the studs all installed, took a few hours. Now what we need to do is put our tunnel protectors in. Not all machines need it, so check with your dealer or the manufacturer which machines require tunnel wear strips on the top to protect from the studs digging up the tunnel or the heat exchangers. Okay, we got the flap on, all buttoned up. One last thing we need to do is to check track adjustment. Go by the manufacturer spec. I do find that when we install studs that the track does have a tendency to tighten up a little bit. The biggest benefit for having studs is one, the traction and performance, but also the traction for safety. One icy surprise, studs can make a big difference.
For more on Stud Boy and how to get your ride hooked up, we've set up a link on our website at sledhead24-7.com. Still ahead, Monster Energy athlete Tucker T-Train Hibbert talks Tek-Vest. Plus, ride along with the best groomer in the industry, Prinoth. And Leighton Motorsports is hard at it, prepping for the AMSOIL Duluth National. Stay tuned.
Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics, Polaris, Terrain Domination, Skidoo Snowmobiles, and by Articat. Share our passion.
Welcome back to Sledhead 24/7. I'm your host, Carly Applin, and joining me, my very comfortable co-host, Paul Mack. Now, Paul, let's tell everyone what they can expect from Hens Motorsports.
You know, Hens Motorsports has everything here. They're the #1 volume Articat dealer, #1 volume Yamaha dealer. They have an incredible parts selection. You can go online. They have parts discounts when you order online. They have snowmobile rentals. If you're not sure which model you want, you can come in and rent one. They have ATVs, UTVs, side-by-sides, personal watercraft, ski boats, and they even sell Lamborghinis.
Goodies for everyone, and I think we found something that we'd like to take with us. So why don't you rev her up?
This is just something you never get tired of hearing.
Now, while you enjoy the Lamborghini, we're going to talk Tek-Vest, who is leading the way in upper body protection out on the trail and on the track racing. Take a look.
I've been wearing a Tek-Vest since the late 90s. You know, just kind of wore them my whole career basically as a professional and as an amateur, and they've been keeping me safe the whole time, so it's pretty awesome. For me, you know, the Tek-Vest is excellent for the upper body protection, you know, the kidneys and the chest and back, basically the entire upper body. There's a bunch of different options for the vest for what you're wanting to do and what type of riding you do. For snowcross, it's, you know, it's a must-have for sure. We're out there racing hard and bumping and banging, and it's pretty easy to come off the sled, and you know, the last thing you want to have happen is get ran over or hit by another sled, but it does happen. So for me, wearing that vest is, you know, one of the most important things I can do at every event, at every time I go out on the racetrack. You know, I just got to be focused on racing and not worrying about any of my equipment or, you know, getting hurt or anything like that. So putting the Tek-Vest on definitely, you know, eliminates that worry out of my mind and makes me a little more relaxed each time, you know, so I don't have to, you know, be thinking about an injury or getting hurt or am I wearing the right gear or enough protective gear and stuff. So for me, it's definitely a peace of mind knowing that I've got the Tek-Vest on and that if something happens, I got the best chance of avoiding injuries and making it to the next race. One of the cool things about Tek-Vest is their custom sublimation program. It's something new in the last couple of years and just an awesome way to customize your vest. You can go online and design the vest and add your sponsors, make the vest match your gear. Basically any option you want to do for customizing with logos and colors. So here's my new vest for this season, full custom sublimated with all my sponsors and some graphics and colors, mostly black. That's my color. Name and number on the back, some more sponsors. I went with the full vented material option just to try to stay cool out there on the track and let it breathe as much as possible. So pretty stoked on my new vest. It looks a lot better than just all black or, you know, all orange. It's just, you know, any options you can do. So pretty excited about it. It's been awesome working with the guys at Tek-Vest over the years. You know, they're a really passionate company and they work super hard to make sure they're at the front line of technology with all the materials they use in the vest and always trying to make it better, make it fit better, function better, lighter weight, and they really care about the rider's safety. The cool thing about it is it's so good, the first time you put it on you don't really even notice, and then after a few rides it's just, you know, it's part of your body and part of all your other gear, so it's not anything that's restrictive or uncomfortable or anything. It's just, you know, it's just there to do its job, and we've all got somewhere to be on Monday, so that's why I wear a Tek-Vest.
If you don't ride with the Tek-Vest, I suggest checking out what they have to offer. From track to trail, you definitely want to protect yourself from mishaps that do happen. For more on Tek-Vest, make sure to visit our website at sledhead24-7.com. Plenty more ahead, including a trip to the AMSOIL Duluth National to check in with Prinoth, and we highlight Leighton Motorsports team as they prep for the first race of the season. Stay tuned.
Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by Stud Boy, traction with an attitude. Straight Line Performance. Ziegler Cat, exceptional service backing the best equipment. The U.S. Air Force, aim high. And by Speedworks, straight up USA horsepower.
Welcome back, sled fans. I'm your host, Carly Applin, along with my co-host, Paul Mack. Now, Paul, would you agree that snowcross racing is far greater than it's ever been?
Absolutely. We saw the best racing in decades right now, but it's because of the tracks. The ability that we have to make bigger tracks, badder tracks, bigger jumps, faster, more technical. It's all about the tracks.
Very true, and the time and effort that it takes to build a track from scratch is something else. Let's check in with Prinoth and find out more.
Prinoth has really been a leader in the snow sports industry. We've been involved with ISOC for the last 5 years, and even before that, ISOC chose to run Prinoth because of its balance and capability.
From conception, we make the snow a month prior, bring in the two Prinoth groomers in maybe a week prior. We build the track with them, and basically, I mean, without them, we could not even have or hold these events.
Building tracks is a constant watch of what the track is doing. So you watch the track, watch what the drivers are doing, and then actually we fight against the racers all day.
What happens with the track behind us as the operators and the event crews show up here about 5 days before the event starts, and they take a big, huge mountain of snow and turn it into a track.
7 million gallons of water. These tracks like vary in length from a mile to, you know, smaller like this is a quarter mile, but able to sculpt and build rolling jumps, triples, whoops, everything from conception.
Oh, this is a great test for a vehicle's reliability. You go through such incredible temperatures when you're building at the beginning of the week. You've got heavy, dense, wet snow. Sure. And you're really putting a vehicle through a good test, that's for sure.
Prinoth, Bison, X, and everybody at Prinoth is a huge asset to ice hockey.
Constantly between heats and classes, they're doing repair work. I always say that they get 5 minutes to do an hour's worth of work.
We got 5 minutes to do this because we're behind schedule. So when the schedule closes in on snowcross and we run behind schedule, they take the groomer guys' time away. So they say, okay guys, you don't have 10 minutes, you have 5 minutes to get it done. Go ahead.
This is Jake. How about here quick? We got to take the tops off these little peaky cup. Let's strip down just a little bit real quick.
That's the kind of command that the Prinoth Bison has. And a good operator like Bob takes on without even flinching.
This Prenoth machine is awesome. I tell you what, it's got the power, the speed. The thing I love the most, visibility is great because we're so far forward. I had an Air Force general in here, and he was telling me how close what this joystick is, how we run our blades, is equivalent to what an F-16 has. So I thought that was a pretty neat thing. You know, we're almost like a high-flying jet there.
The speed and agility of the vehicle, along with the experience and quality of the operator, is what makes that possible.
We groom every hour on the hour almost, and then depends. Like when the pros go out with the mods, they do damage, so we need to go out and do it more often. And it's constantly changing. Every lap, the track changes. The same line you went on, by the time 15 sleds come over that same line, it's not the same no more. They tear it up. You got to constantly look where you're going and find what's the best way around the track.
Without them, you know, we wouldn't be able to do these events. We wouldn't have these great, you know, shows and the huge triples and everything without them.
It's really important to us because of our support of snowmobiling and the trail riding part of the snowmobiling industry. Prinoth is on the web at www.prinoth.com, and we're a worldwide company, and it's got videos and photos and all kinds of story. It's a great place to go search for us, or you can catch us on Facebook.
Hats off to Prinoth for making the best tracks in the snow. Well, besides for when we ride, but you guys know what I mean. Still to come, Leighton Motorsports Polaris is more prepared than ever for the upcoming snowcross season. Find out more next on Sledhead 24/7. But first, let's check in with AMSOIL, the first in synthetics.
Hey everybody, Jeremy Meyer from AMSOIL here. Once again, we're going to talk about another contest that we got coming up through 2015. AMSOIL America Adventure. What it is two lucky people are going to be able to take a friend and go cross country in an amazing race style contest. You're going to start in one city, you're going to end in Las Vegas, and along the way you're going to have a number of contests and clues that you're going to compete for a number of different prizes. To find out how you can enter this contest for a chance to win, go to amsoil.com/adventure or go to the AMSOIL Inc. Facebook page and register now.
Sledhead 24/7 is brought to you by AMSOIL, the first in synthetics. Arctic FX Graphics, make it yours. Fox, redefining ride dynamics. And by FXR, world-class outerwear.
Welcome back. We've been following Polaris snowcross race teams throughout the beginning of the season, and Leighton Motorsports is working hard to put Polaris on the podium every weekend. Take a look.
I'm Trace Leighton, owner of Leighton Motorsports, one of the factory Polaris snowcross teams. On our team this year, we've got Corn Todd racing Pro Open. It's his rookie season of Pro Open after winning the Pro Light National Championship last year.
To finally get in the pro class, it's kind of a dream come true for me. I've been watching a lot of these guys for years. Just gotta go out there and put down our fast lap.
Trevor Leighton and Zach Mason are both back racing in the Pro Light class. We're expecting them to be top contenders.
Most people just think, you know, we hop on a snowmobile and just ride around, squeezing a little throttle, you know, turning, doing a little bumps, jumps here and there. It takes a lot out of your body, a lot out of your mind. It's a very mental sport.
I've hired Robbie Milanowski as a team manager. Robbie retired after a very successful career.
I know what it's like to get there and to feel that, so of course I always want to push them to give their best and to have a little bit of that success, because it's once you have a little, you want a whole lot more.
Being with Leighton Motorsports 2 years in a row, you know, it's been awesome. I got a great crew behind me. These guys work really hard.
I personally think that our team works together on a more relaxed note than a lot of the other teams.
Are you doing an interview?
Yeah.
Do you want to do one with me?
No.
Hi.
Don't film
This is Tracy Leighton.
The trailer here is pretty, I'd say it's the best trailer on the circuit. I mean, from what I've seen, it's just really calm, but we still mean business.
Our chill zone. We come up here to relax and get away from everyone. When we, you know, if we had a bad race or whatever, we can calm down a little bit. You know, all of our stuff up here, our phones, we can charge them. We can, you know, watch GoPro footage on the TV. Pretty much just everything. You know, it's our place to get away, and you know, it's good.
We eat together in the trailer every night.
When it's race day, you know, they get kind of nervous stomachs, so we try to make things that have a lot of protein, not too spicy, something that they can kind of munch on and, you know, not upset their stomach.
Who's the best cook? Any of you guys cook?
Betsy.
Betsy.
Betsy's the best cook on the weekends. Yeah, coming into Duluth it's the opener, and I mean, I got butterflies, I know I do, and I think everyone else does.
So Duluth, for me, it's kind of an important race. You want to start the season off to a good, you know, upbeat, fast tempo.
The track gets really gnarly. It changes every lap. All the holes go from 2 feet at the start of the race all the way up to like 8 feet by the end of the race.
You know, you train all summer. A couple weeks before Duluth, you're questioning yourself, have I done enough? You know, am I ready? Am I ready to go racing? You know, and then when you get to Duluth, you finally get to see where everything came from. You know, you put in the hard work every week during the summer, and you know, it shows on the track.
So I think it'll be a great year with us three again, and can't wait to race with Zach again and battle for that championship with him.
The throttle's pinned more than it's not, and they're not afraid to squeeze the gas and let the horsepower go. And basically, you just get to see where you're at. Everybody goes into Duluth thinking that they're ready to go, and by the end of Duluth, there's a lot of people that got a lot of things to work on.
Goals for the season are real simple. We just want to be competitive every round, every weekend that we're here racing, and I feel like this weekend we were competitive.
I got to prove my point. I want to win this final tonight and go out and show everyone, hey, I mean business this year. I'm ready to go.
For the rest of the season, I'd really like to be top 10 in points for sure. Top 5 would be awesome for me. And to get on the podium once or twice this winter would be great, for sure.
We want to continue to keep those boys together because of the bond they've developed and the friendship they've developed.
We want to obviously improve on what we've done so far, but we're going to keep building and just be a thorn in everyone's side. As long as we're doing that, I feel like we're getting our job done.
Yes, I definitely do think that we've got 3 of the top 5 of the next generation of Pro Open champions.
To catch the Leighton Motorsports team in action, make sure to check out snowcross.com, and we'd love to see you at a national snowcross event. They are fun for the whole family. I feel like I am always catching you boys getting into something.
What we're getting into is great deals here at Heinen. They got the great deals all year long.
You know, they really do. Whether it's goggles, you need clothing, you need oil, everything you need is here, and it's always on sale.
You boys and your gear. Now that's all the time we have for you for this episode of Sledhead 24/7. I'm your host Carly Applin, along with my co-hosts Jeff Fisher and Paul Mack. We want to give a special thank you to Hens Motorsports for having us out today. Make sure to check us out at sledhead24-7.com, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter for the latest and the greatest in the world of snowmobiling. And don't forget to tune in next week for another action-packed episode. From all of us here at Sledhead 24/7, thanks for watching.
One thing to remember, don't drill into any idler wheels or other suspensions.
And joining me are tech expert and my
Got it.
Close enough, keep going.
Sorry, I forgot how my line, I just said it 6,000 times, I forgot how it started.